Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity. Please verify signal clarity.
Quiet, we're on the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Been the theme, getting a lot of good starts, and good to see Grant fill up the strike zone. I think only one walk, so a really nice job by him. Could have went back out if if it didn't rain, but once we got the delay there, it was too long to send him back out. So it was great to see Lope come in and throw the ball well. Velocity's back up there. I think Lope's coming along, and. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but I think the game may have turned in the first inning because Michael Harris hustles down the line and keeps the inning going, stays away from the double play, beats the throw, and allows Austin to come up and hit a 3-run homer in the first inning. So that was a big play. It's probably going to go under the radar, but that was a big play right there. And then it's good to see the offense turn it on today. Yeah, I mean, we know Austin's he's gonna get really hot and take off. There's been spurts here and there, but he's going to start stringing it together, and he's going to take off. So, these are the ebbs and flows of a season, especially offensively. Offense is going to fluctuate, over the course of the year. But sometimes you get some guys that have been smoking hot, and they're going to cool off, and then the other guys will get hot. So, it's I think Austin's time is coming. Yeah, it's another good one today for Yaz. Really good to see. He had a nice homestand. So, and hopefully this is the start of something big for him. And like I said, the work's paying off. He's been really getting after it.
Okay, that was Walt Weiss right after the game. Short clip of him as we try to keep these a little shorter because we are heading into first pitch at 6:40 Eastern, so we've got to get the salutations and lineups in. So with that in mind, we're going to dive right into what's going on in the world of baseball, in the world of Atlanta Braves baseball, and we'll be doing other things during the game, going over bigger stories and whatnot that may take a little more time. We'll just go into those as the game unfolds. But essentially what you're taking away from what happened this weekend in Atlanta versus the Red Sox is we ran into a really damn good pitcher on Saturday night in Peyton Tolle. And mention that, I think a lot of people who don't follow other teams take players lightly because they are, I wouldn't say that they're all casual fans, but they don't have an understanding of who the other players are around the league because they only pay attention to their team. And look, that's pretty common. But when you look at the numbers that Tolle brought in, and then you look at the stuff that he had, tough southpaw, he pitched a hell of a game. I will still say the Braves could have swept that game had we been a little more on the ball as far as soon as there was a sign of trouble, because Bryce Elder was late in the game, right? We're in the 8th inning when that 2-run home run occurred that lost the game for the Braves. The first sign of trouble, and I don't think I would have even sent him out for the 8th inning because, and I had mentioned it late in the 7th, that you could see his ball starting to get up. He looked like he was running out of gas type of thing. But the moment you decided you were going to try to make the 8th inning work, see how far he can go, and he gave up that first base hit, that double, he should have been gone. He should have been absolutely gone. Instead, they left him in, the 2-run home run, and the rest is history. Now, big picture that you can look at from that game, we only scored 2 runs. And when you only score 2 runs, it's really hard to win a baseball game in 2026. So, it was the offense that really let us down. It wasn't necessarily Walt Weiss not making the right call at the right time. It wasn't Bryce Elder giving up the home run. What really let us down was the offense. The offense didn't do anything the first 2 games. Let's be honest. We were lucky enough to get game 1, but it was basically the bullpen holding on for dear life, and we got the 1-run win on Friday. And then we lost on Saturday by 1 run and then went going away on Sunday and won yet another series. That Boston Red Sox team, when you see them in the standings, you see that there are 8 games under 500. They're not playing good baseball, but I'm telling you, it's a pretty good roster, and we saw that pretty evident on Friday and Saturday night. So it's nothing to hang your head about that we lost the game on Saturday. But yes, I do think there was a path to actually win that game and sweep the series. We just didn't get aggressive, and a lot of it was Walt Weiss trying to protect that bullpen. Some of the injuries that we have in that bullpen, namely guys like Dylan Dodd, down on the IL, those are the things that affect those types of decisions. And it's just something we're going to deal with for the next several weeks as they try to figure out how to maneuver their way through this season when you have three guys in your bullpen that aren't really bullpen guys. They're talented. You don't want to DFA any of them, and you don't really want to send them down. But at the same token, they're not guys that you can go out and rely on to get you one inning 3 times in 4 days. They're really more guys that when you go to put them in, you want them to go 2, maybe 3 innings, and that'll happen maybe once or twice a week. And so it puts an incredible amount of pressure on the rest of the guys in the bullpen, and that's what Walt Weiss is trying to manage his way through. Now, with that being said, J.R. Ritchie's going to be the starter tonight for your Atlanta Braves. And then Martin Perez, who was supposed to start tonight, but because they brought him in to the game the other night out of the bullpen, he got pushed back another day. And so he will pitch tomorrow. You notice I didn't say tomorrow night. He will pitch tomorrow because tomorrow is a day game. It's a weird situation. I think ESPN has a heavy hand in it. It's one of their unlimited games, as they call them. And so I believe that's why you're seeing it the way it is that they basically dictated what first pitch was. That's from my understanding of it. There might have been other factors. Heck, maybe there's a concert in the area. I don't know. But from my understanding, that's what the situation is. And so regardless, doesn't matter. We play at 4:10 on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, it's Chris Sale at 6:40, and then Strider Thursday at 6:40. So they will all have plenty of rest, as Strider and Sale will have gone almost a week since their last start. Sale pitching on Wednesday, he last pitched on Thursday, and Strider pitches on Thursday, he last pitched on Friday. Martin Perez will have plenty of rest as well. He's made a couple of relief appearances, but has not started in several days. The only guy that's going on normal rest is J.R. Ritchie. And so if that continues to be the case, and we think it will be, J.R. Ritchie will pitch tonight, and he's slated again. If you lay it out, he won't pitch again until Sunday. So he will get an extra day of rest this week. This weekend, looking into the Washington series, it's Elder on Friday night. It's Grant Holmes on Saturday. Once again, not a night game, it's a day game. And Sunday, it's a day game. So you have 3 games this week. 3 games. Put it down in your calendar. You have 3 games that start at 4:10 Eastern. Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. We are off on Memorial Day. No game on Memorial Day. And so I don't know about y'all, but I've already made some plans for Memorial Day, so looking forward to that. And that will take us through the rest of this week. And then once we have the day off of Memorial Day, we are set for a 6-game series, 3 in Boston, 3 in Cincinnati. But back to what's going on this week for the Braves. You've got, looking at the division real quick, we are 8 in front of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is playing really good baseball right now. They've actually gained a game on us over the last 10 days. They're 7-3. They've won 4 in a row. They swept the Pirates. The Nationals are 6-4, and they are 9 games behind the Braves. The Marlins are 5-5. They are 11 games behind the Braves, and the Mets are 6-4. 6-4 in their last 10. They're 11.5. So 8, 9, 11, and 11.5. And the main thing that I like to keep an eye on, because it's always sitting right there in front of you, is the last 10. How have we managed? I usually check these on Mondays or whenever the Braves' first game of the series is, because it gives you an idea of how well are we playing and is anyone really gaining on us. Well, the only one that gained on us this week was Philadelphia. They gained a full game on us going 7-3, but the Nats went 6-4, the Mets went 6-4, so nobody gained on us here, and we actually gained a game on Miami. This is a big 4-game series because you don't want to go in there and play with your food and lose this series. If you do, while this is going on, by the way, while the Braves are playing in Miami for 4, what you have with Philadelphia is they are heading. So Philly just swept the Pirates in Pittsburgh, including smoking Paul Skeens. They are now returning home, and they are going to play Cincinnati and Cleveland for 6 games. That begins tonight. They also start at 6:40, but they are Cincinnati for 3. They're off on Thursday, Cleveland for 3. Right now, assuming weather, our game plan is on Wednesday. We're bringing you a doubleheader, and it will be the Cincinnati versus the Philadelphia, and Reds versus Phillies, 105 first pitch, and then Braves later on that night. If something looks screwy with the weather, we may pivot to Thursday. I'll have a better idea of that on Tuesday night. So that's what we're really paying attention to right now is Philadelphia. It's funny, Philly swept Pittsburgh, and we know that Pittsburgh is not a perennial powerhouse. And already MLB put out a poll today wanting to know where the fans thought Philadelphia would wind up this year, and they gave only 3 options. They gave World Series contender, early exit out of the playoffs, and the last one was would not make the postseason, right? You talking about living in the moment. This is a team that is 1 game above 500 and already there. And I believe, if I'm correct, most people of the 3 options, 2 of them making the postseason, that won the day. So I want to say it was maybe 20% people said that they didn't think they would make the playoffs. I'm still not convinced. We talked about this last week, but Philadelphia is in the middle of a very friendly part of their schedule. It is, I believe it's next week that they go on the road to the Padres and the Dodgers. They go out there and they have a winning record on that road trip. Then you can talk to me about Philadelphia being a contender. Until then, I feel like all they've done so far this year is play with their food. They started off very poorly. They've played very well recently, but you have to consider the competition. They haven't really gone in and taken care of anybody that is what is considered an actual contender. If you're wanting to know where the wild card race is in the National League right now, the Phillies are still 3.5 back of the Cardinals for the final spot, and you got Cardinals, Brewers, and Padres are the 3 teams that are fighting for the wild card. Dodgers, Braves, and Cubs lead their division. Other teams on Philadelphia's heels. This is a big series between them and the Reds this week as far as the Reds are concerned. The Reds have to decide, are they contenders or pretenders, and they'll find out in the next 3 days in Philadelphia. If you want to consider yourself an actual postseason contender, the Reds have to go in and bare minimum win one of those 3 games. But I feel like that if you really want to be taken seriously, Cincinnati Reds have to win that series in Philadelphia. Philadelphia has not played great baseball, and though they got a little hot against some teams that are not, if you're the Cincinnati Reds and you want to make a statement of, hey, we're here for the duration of the season, let's go, you've got to go in to Philadelphia and win that series. Especially because the pitching matchups are in your favor. Zach Wheeler is not pitching in that series. So anyways, back to the Braves. We're going to wrap this up on this series and what we're looking at this week as far as what are we looking at on the pitching matchups going forward. Now we're going up against Max Meyer with J.R. Ritchie tonight. That is a very good matchup. Max Meyer is a very good pitcher, and J.R. Ritchie is as well in his own right. I give us about a push on the pitching matchup, the starting pitching matchup. Tomorrow's game, Perez versus Braxton Garrett. Just because Perez is pitching as well as he has, I give it about a push. I'm just talking about the starting pitching. I'm not talking about the offense and the bullpen, et cetera, et cetera. On Wednesday, you definitely give the Braves the nod. It's Sale versus Jansen Junk. Junk has been decent this year, but he's had some ups and downs. Thursday is a problem game. Alcantara has looked more like the Alcantara of old, but Strider's starting to look better too. So Strider versus Alcantara, honest engine, if you're looking at these three, this 4-game series, 3 of these games are a push in the starting pitching department. I would almost give the Braves a slight edge to the point where we definitely have the advantage in Sale versus Junk, and Alcantara has always pitched the Braves well anyways, but he looks like he's back. I would tend to think that J.R. Ritchie's going to pitch pretty well tonight. The questions will be, where are we at with our bullpen? How long can these guys go? We need a long start from Sale. We need a longer start from Strider. Let's be honest. You're getting an extra day of rest on all these starts. We need you to go 6-7 innings, not teetering at 5 or 6. So he's got to find a way to be more economical with his pitches because he's wasting too many pitches early in the game. And then with the rest of the week, it's Holmes versus Irvin Elder versus Mikolas on Friday night, definite edge for the Braves. Holmes versus Irvin on Saturday night. All in all, Holmes has been the better pitcher, but Irvin does pitch us well. And then Griffin versus Ritchie on Sunday, and that's an interesting one because Foster Griffin has not been that dynamic this year, but he had a start against the Braves where he went 7 and really looked phenomenal. Since then, he's looked pretty good in most of his starts, but he has had a couple of bumpy ones. So in this 7-game set that we have, 4 against Miami on the road, 3 at home against Washington, anything less than 5-2 is going to feel like a loss. Meaning, let's go in and take 3 or 4 in Miami, and let's take 2 or 3 from Washington. Maybe we even get 6 of 7. If you tell me we go 4-3, I won't be terribly disappointed because 4 games are on the road in your division. Those are hard to win. A losing record this week, not only do I not expect it, I would not give any excuses for it. So give me the Braves to win this Miami series 3-1. And for that matter, I think they're going to win the Washington series as well. Like I said, I'm hoping 6 out of 7, but I would definitely take 5 out of 2. 4 out of 3 would be okay. More preferably if we didn't lose either one of the series. Not that means a whole hell of a lot in late May. All right, we will see you for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. Your Atlanta Braves right after this.
You're in Braves country.
State your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
with liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me, you can't smoke like me, so don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed in his old man's hair. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry.
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baseline. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick that I've brushed them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers. Been erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good. There could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead.
You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
Swung line drive left field. One run is in. Here comes Reed. He's the front of the plate.
You're a Braves coach.
If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. Oliver High loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
If you build it, he will come.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my life here. Down in front! I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our band here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are on the road again. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off behind home plate, it's Drake Baldwin for your Atlanta Braves. 13 home runs, 38 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .301. Batting second, playing second, Ozzie Albies. 8 home runs, 25 RBI, .275 average. Batting third at first base, Matt Olson. 14 homers, 38 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .276. Austin Riley batting cleanup and at the hot corner. 7 home runs, 28 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .220. Batting fifth and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Michael Harris II. 8 home runs, 24 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting .293. Mauricio Dubon back in the lineup, batting sixth in left field. .245 average with 3 home runs, 25 RBI. Dominic Smith, your designated hitter, batting seventh. 4 home runs, 19 RBI, a .344 clip. And Hassan Kim is batting eighth and playing short. He is 1 for 17 on the young season. Mike Yastrzemski, batting ninth and in right field. .232 average, 2 home runs, 12 RBI, 1 stolen base. Ronald Acuna Jr. has been added to the roster for those who may have joined us late. He is not in the lineup, but could be eligible for pinch hitting duties. In the same move, they put Kyle Farmer on the IL for a forearm strain. It dates back to May 16th. J.R. Ritchie will be on the mound for your Atlanta Braves. He's 1-0 with a 3.32 ERA and a 1.43 whip. 21 innings, 16 hits allowed, 17 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 4 home runs served. He'll be going head-to-head with Max Meyer. Meyer 3-0 with a 3.21 ERA and a 1.15 whip. 47 innings, 54 strikeouts, 38 hits allowed, 17 walks, 4 home runs served. Key to the game tonight for J.R. Ritchie will be to keep the free passes to a minimum. 15 in 21 innings is quite the high mark. Backing up Meyer in the bottom of the first inning for the Marlins, it's Xavier Edwards. He's at second base with 4 home runs and a .318 average. Liam Hicks, the designated hitter, batting second with 9 home runs, batting .283. Otto Lopez at short, batting third, 4 home runs, .344 on the year. Kyle Stowers batting cleanup and in left. 1 home run, a .209 average. Casey is in right field, 3 home runs, batting .207. Marcy is in center field, 3 home runs, batting .212. Connor Norby, the first baseman, batting seventh with a .234 clip, 4 home runs. And Mac is batting eighth, 8 for 37 on the year, batting .216. I'll do my best to try to strike out. Sanoa is batting ninth and at third. 14 RBI, batting .261. Calling balls and strikes behind home plate tonight, it's Alfonso Marquez. First base umpire, Mike Estabrook. Second base will be manned by Jonathan Parra. And down the third base line, it's Lance Barrett. Game time temperatures here. If the Lone Depot Park roof is open, which I don't believe it is. It didn't look like it was earlier. But if it is 82 degrees with the wind blowing in at 16 miles an hour. If they leave that roof open, that wind could be an issue. Your Atlanta Braves are plus 100 on the money line. Miami minus 108. The over-under is 8.5.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It has happened before. So let's see some hustle. Let's jack it up a little. I got a feeling things are about to turn around for us.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day Superstation, bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Braves are in against Florida tonight, the Miami Marlins. And that is territory, blackout territory for Braves Country Radio Studios. So we're going to try like heck to do this anyways, but it may be a situation with the roll call because I don't have my normal screen. I'm trying to do it from my phone. So here we go. I've got Jason helping in the background trying to highlight the country club members. We're going to give it a try. Good to see you, Scooby. Rosemary Gardens. Scotty B. Justin Case Morrison in the house tonight. Trip Tillman. See Troy and Big Truck keep on rolling. Troy. See what else we have here on this early day. Butters! Good to see you. Country Club member. Richard Talley. JBWC. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we will kick it in. I'm having to line it up a little differently. I'll get to the rest of the salutations as we go along. As soon as we get going here, as Drake Baldwin, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way, and it's inside. For a ball, it's 1-0. I believe we do have it in here now. The 1-0. Turns and kicks. Chopper. Down the line, foul. 1-1. So 1-1 count. In the dirt. Ball 2-2. The 2-1 pitch upstairs. Did he go around? They check down the line. They say that he does. 2-1. Still trying to line it up, so I'm a little bit ahead, but I am trying to line it up. It's much more difficult when we do these cryptic games, we'll call them. The 2-2 pitch. Myers kicks and fires. Lifts it high. Down and away. Left field corner. Looks like they do. Well, they're showing the roof being open on your 3D. It does not look like it's open. It looks like the roof is closed. So I'm going to go with that assumption. The 2-2. Down and in. Ball 3, 3-2. So a full count to the Drake to start things off. Infield back and to the right. Kicks and fires, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing. The pitch on the way. Swing. Fouls that down and away. So nothing else, Drake's making Meyer work. He's a tough right-hander. We've seen him a couple of times before. Usually pitches pretty well against Atlanta. We're one of a few games that are just underway in Major League Baseball. No early day games today. The payoff pitch. Swing. Lifts that down the line. Good to see you, Holmes. Iron Lung, good to see you, sir. Royal Pita. Who else? Gary the Real McCoy. Cody Turner. The payoff pitch. Just outside wide, ball 4. And he'll head on down to first. And your Atlanta Braves have the leadoff runner on to start the game. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is outside wide. It's 1-0. Who else do we have in here that I haven't gotten to you? Edward Spry, good to see you, sir. It's in good, been good. The 1-0 pitch, high and out of the zone. 2-0. Taylor made. My man, Nathaniel Brooks. The 2-0 count. Velvet Winkler in the house. The 2-0 high and out of the zone 3-0. So Meyer struggling with command a little bit. Braves would love to see him take advantage of it. Three RB8. 4-2-0. The 3-0 pitch swing pops it up. Out of play, 3-1. You'd really like to see Ozzie take that pitch. No harm, no foul because it went into the seats, but on a 3-0 count like that, down and in, a little bit on the hands, just let it go. See Tim in here. James Fisher King. The 3-1 pitch, swing, smacks that, foul. 3-2. I don't mind it on 3-2, but on a 3-0, make him find, especially because he's had a hard time finding the zone. Make him throw a strike, put some pressure on him. He's at 15 pitches, by the way, to start the inning. The infield is back and to the right. The payoff pitch, swing, pops it up. And that'll stay in play near the first base side, just in foul territory, making the catches Edwards, and there is one away. Everybody loves Raymond in the house. So I had to scroll. I always want to call that Jag, but it's IAG. R81, good to see you. So we got the other guy that, I guess he hates the Jags or something. His name's like Jags Suck or something. I forget what it is. First pitch on the way is inside to Matt Olson. This is for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brandon Berry. If I miss you, just jump in the chat. We do have Where You Hail From coming up soon. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, sweeper for a strike. It's 1-1. The 1-1 count. Ashleah, good to see you. And we got teeter-totter. Teeters totter, but they don't fall down. Mark Ricky Ricardo. Lucy, he's home. The 1-1 pitch. Outside wide, ball 2, 2-1. Nothing else. If you can get Myers' pitch count up, that would be enormous to start the series because they're expecting to lean on him quite a bit today. In a 4-game series, that could make a huge difference. The 2-1 pitch, swing, lifted. Got just underneath it. It's going to drift back all the way to the warning track for a long, loud out, number 2. Also knew at the moment he hit it that he just missed pay dirt. 2 away. 20 pitches in. So to give context for folks who don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, you're aiming for 15 pitches an inning, what you're averaging for a starting pitcher. Austin Riley. By the way, we were taking Michael Harris to click today. I almost went with Austin. We're going Michael Harris to click and for the Braves to win 5-3. First pitch to Austin, swung on, fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. Got a little sidetrack on opening as we got a little press for time. 0-1 count. JC, good to see you. Peta. 0-1 count. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Outside wide. 1-1 to Riley. Drake standing at first after a leadoff walk. Riley trying to bat him around. Riley's 3 for 9 lifetime versus Meyer. And the runner goes, and Drake's going to be out. He is cooked. You talk about getting caught with your hand in the cookie jar. I guess he thought he'd sneak one over, but that was a bad base running blunder. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the first we go here in Braves country. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. Santiago, Macon County, Tennessee, South Carolina, Rancho Cucamonga, California. I think I pronounced that right. I know I've heard it that way. Jacksonville, Prescott, Arizona, Clemson, South Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, Jasper, Georgia, Elberton, Georgia, Miami Marlins coming to the plate. J.R. Ritchie set to face the Marlins. J.R. Ritchie, what you'll see from him tonight is a 6-pitch mix. First pitch on the way is a 4-seamer high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. He's got a 4-seamer 30% of the time, curveball 26%, changeup 16, sinker 12, and slider 12. The cutter 5%. So he'll throw everything but the kitchen sink at you. The 1-0 pitch, swing, pops it up, foul out of play, 1-1. We got Thompson, Georgia, South Carolina, Alabama, Greenwood, South Carolina, Kentucky, Yulee, the 1-1 pitch, swing slapped over towards short. Kim's got it, fires it to first. He'll get the quick Edwards by about a half step. Good throw by Hassan Kim. Underrated rocket over there. It's one away. South Carolina, Augusta. So we have here. I think I already got Carousel, but Palatka, Lake City, Virginia, LaGrange, Rochester, Bristol. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 1. The other Bristol, the real Bristol, lies in Tennessee. Are you actually in Bristol? Underwater, the 0-1 pitch. And that's going to hit him in the arm. And he'll head on down to first. So, obviously not gunning for him or anything, but it's going to be a one-out runner with the hit by pitch. Savannah, Winter Haven, Bedford. Yeah, I knew that's where ESPN headquarters were. Before they got all weird, I used to want to go visit there, but it's a hard pass now. Florida, South Dakota. First pitch on the way from J.R. Ritchie as he stands and kicks, brings it right there at the knees. It's 1-0. Just missed the zone. The 1-0. It's a little bumpy when we do these games. Oh, we're challenging it. And that's going to get overturned. So it is a good challenge by the Drake. The 0-1 pitch. Down and in. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. I thought it was close, but it wasn't one of those ones that you would be wanting to challenge off the jump just because the 1-1 swing and a miss. It's 1-2. It was so close and we're so early in the game, but good on Drake to get the call. Cody Turner wants to give a shout out to DJ Keller. The 1-2 swing, chops foul. We'll do it again. Won't get into the specifics. I don't know anything about it, but it appears it's an officer in the line of duty. Rest in peace. Always hate to hear that kind of stuff. The 1-2 count. God bless him and his family. The 1-2. Swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. JC. The 1-2 count. Check swing. Did he go around? They check down the line. He got him, strike 3. And Otto Lopez is getting into it with first base umpire Mike Estabrook. He motioned at him and basically said, open your eyes. I mean, that's an iffy one. That's one of those ones where if you're wearing red, white, and blue for the Atlanta Braves, you're like, yeah, he went around. If you're a Marlins fan, you think he held up. That is the definition of a 50-50. We'll take it. So 1 on, 2 out. The pitch on the way. Swing. Rolls it over to the right side of the infield. Ozzy's got it. Flips it first. And that'll end the inning. So good job by J.R. Ritchie to get out of the jam. 12 pitches in. Nothing your score.
I had my friend hang up on me today because she called me and she was like, I'm seeing someone. And I was like, oh, hell, like as in hallucinating or dating.
You know, I'm starting to think that when my wife tells me that she told me something and that I just forgot, that she's taking advantage of my simple mind and using that just to throw some last minute on me. And she's been doing this for a long time, actually.
How did you feel about losing?
Oh, losing sucks. I mean, it's of all the records I have, the proudest record is 1,972 winning games. That's more winning games than anybody in the history of sports. You play the game to win. And, you get in trouble sometimes when you tell kids this, but not to the standpoint that you're a sore loser, but, I've been in situations, Graham, where we just won a World Series, and the guy we beat is in our clubhouse congratulating us. I couldn't do that, because I'm going to sit and analyze why we lost that game, where if the situation comes up the next time, we will win the game, and we won't lose the game. If you take losing in stride, you're never going to be a good professional athlete. You might be a good money earner because you're a good player, but I don't want you on my team. I want players who care about winning. I don't care who's watching you and I talk right now. If they got kids that are Little League players, okay, they feel better. I'm talking about mom and dad. They feel better if their kid got a base hit to win the game in a Little League game on the way home. The food tastes better. The phone call to grandma and grandpa is better, as opposed to striking out and going 0 for 4. When I was a kid, if we lost a game, my dad wouldn't even stop to eat. You had to earn that food, okay? So if we went into a prolonged slump, it was almost like going to Jenny Craig.
Welcome back. First pitch is a four-seamer to Austin Riley. He was at the plate when Drake Baldwin was picked off trying to swipe first to second before the pitch ever took place. So he goes back up, the 0-1 pitch, outside wide, 1-1. Real quick look around the scoreboard. Phillies lead the Reds 1-0 there in the first. Rays 1-0 over the Orioles in Tampa Bay. They are in the second. The 1-1. Slider in the dirt. Ball 2-1. Meyer with the long first inning. He's at 25 pitches as we begin inning number 2. You like to see the Braves build off of that and get him out of the game. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Smacks it back foul off the mask of the backstop. And I think he got a piece of Alfonso Marquez, home plate umpire. 2-2. Two count. As Marquez wipes off the both of them. It got a piece of both of them, so Marquez went out there to wipe off home plate to buy some time to shake the cobwebs. The 2-2 outside wide, ball 3-2. The payoff pitch, swing, pops it up. Jammed him on the inside, and that'll be an F4 in your scorecard, 1 away. One of those pitches is too close to take, but got right in on his hands. 1 up, 1 down, and that'll bring Michael Harris II to the plate. Phillies now lead 2-0 as they head to the second against Cincinnati. First pitch to Michael. He swings at a slider down and in. Chops it off his instep. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Harris batting .293 now He's in a little bit of a mini slump of recent. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Lifts it. High and deep down the left field line. Is it going to go fair? Just foul. It almost fell in the Bermuda Triangle between short, third, and left field, but it kicked about 4 or 5 feet to the left of the foul line down in left field. The 0-2 pitch. Brings it. Just misses outside. 1-2. They want to challenge us. I think he might get this. By the looks of the paint on the camera, and yeah, he did get it, so that'll be strike 3, and there's 2 away. So a backwards K in your scorecard. And 2 up, 2 down. Mauricio Dubon, who had the night off last night, comes to the plate. First pitch to Mauricio, swings at a bad slider down and away. It's 0-1. Mets and Nationals are scoreless in the second. The 0-1. Swing, fouls it off the mask. It's 0-2. Guess you got Chop Shop getting ready for a Game 7. I saw it at 7:30. Is that when the puck drops, Chop Shop, or is that just when the pregame show comes on? And I see that Underwater's Avalanche are in the Western Conference Finals. They're taking a look at home plate umpire Alfonso Marquez. The second time he's taken one off the mask, and this one, Marlins, one of their doctors is looking at him. So see if he's able to stay in the game. Puck drops 7:40. Okay, thank you. I'm going to try to put it on the back monitors. Keep an eye on it. Usually when they take this long, it's not good. And they're going to have to take him out of the game. Depending on how they did it, sometimes they run with an extra umpire, but other times they'll just go with 3. He must have really popped his jaw because he keeps taking another look at that. It barely. So I think what happened was it barely touched Riley's bat and barely touched Mac's glove, and it ricocheted right straight back. So basically, taking a fastball to the face is what happened. I said Riley. I meant Dubon. Usually, somebody slows it down with either a bat or a glove, and there wasn't much of a slowdown. Dubon may not have even have touched it. It barely tipped the glove of Joe Mack, the backstop. So that's what this delay is if you're just joining us. Alfonso Marquez, I think he's coming out of the game. So that's what they're doing. We'll be back in a flash. I'm pretty sure he's coming out, and they're getting someone ready to take over at home plate. We'll take the break with them. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner?
Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hut, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
One large jambalaya, please.
Jambalaya? Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the big and tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then. And then. No and then. And then. No and then. And then. No and then. And then.
I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor.
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
One large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
Huh, you know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off there, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order some pizza. A little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
Welcome back. Nothing, your score. The home plate umpire, Alfonso Marquez, got hit in the face with the pitch, so that's what the delay is. We're in the top of the second inning with 2 outs. Meyer, by the way, is at 33 pitches. If Dubon can work his way aboard, Dominic Smith is on deck. So we wait for that. I believe it's Bark in the Park Day here in Miami because I've seen at least 2 dogs, and I don't think that's a replay. Saw someone making a joke about it, but they were at a local store in Miami. But there must be absolutely it must actually be doing it. Not 100% sure because I'm not sure if what I'm looking at is live or not. It may just be a part of the clip that they're waiting for. I mean, honestly, I don't know why it takes this long for an umpire to get ready. What's he got to do? Eye exercises or something? Take a look around the league real quick on your out-of-town scoreboard. The Rays lead the Orioles 3-0. They're in the second inning. They're in the bottom of the second in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the Reds have tied it up with the Phillies 2-2, so good news there. Mets lead the Nationals 1-0 in the second in Washington. In the Bronx, it's 0-0 between the Blue Jays and the Yankees. Other game just got underway, Red Sox and Royals in Kansas City. Everything else has not began yet. They are in a rain delay in Detroit between the Tigers and the Guardians. Yeah, it must be Bark in the Park Day because now I see I've seen them show 3 or 4 dogs now, and there are actually Braves fans in the stands, so that must be what's going on tonight. I don't think the guy that was tweeting about that knew it was actually Bark in the Park. He was making a joke about it being Bark at the Park at, I don't know, Whole Foods or something in Miami. I guess there were a bunch of dogs there. I take it CJ is not a dog person. He was whining and moaning about it. I'm like, dude, how do you not like dogs? So weird. So we wait for them to... I mean, this is taking a long time for an umpire to... Did they have to fly the guy in? If they're running with 4 and they had to use the emergency umpire, you just wonder how close he was when all this went down, if he had to start running to get there. Grilled steak and grilled onions and fries. Is that Charlene? Yeah, the rain delay yesterday was shorter. That's why I didn't get that. If you listen to the clip on the pregame show today, I didn't get the whole thing where Walt Weiss was saying that because of the rain delay, Grant Holmes didn't go out for the 7th inning. It was an incredibly short rain delay. Just say what it was. You didn't want him going back out there for the 7th. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Good to see you, Rosemary. And I've got nothing because they're not showing anything on the field. So I don't know how long this is going to take. I don't have my normal things. Normally I have a bunch of other things at my disposal, but I'm using my computer device to be able to see the game to bring it to you because we're in that blackout territory. See if anybody's updated anything. Nope. Nobody's... Exactly, Mark. We got to wait for the umpire to finish the game in Tampa with the Rays and Orioles, and after that, he's going to come over here. Don't be talking about Timu. I think it's Charlie that always defends. Is it Charlie that always defends Timu, or does he always defend Wish? It's one of them. I just wish they would have paid the Prime membership to get the umpire here faster. Get it to the $25 and get it here between 4 and 8 p.m. If they don't hurry this back, we're going to have to start calling the hockey game. What is taking this long? This is an absurd amount of time. And what gets me is that, so there must have been nobody, none of the writers must have gone down to cover the series. Which I feel like if you get a chance to cover a series and it's going to be paid and you get to pick and choose, I feel like Miami's one of those ones on a 4-day excursion that you would take. Yeah, absolutely nobody is updating anything on X, so. You get keyboard ads, Iron, because you won't get the premium, man. That's one of those hills I'm gonna die on. If you don't get YouTube premium, like, I don't know what you're doing. But yet people will go for Spotify and pay for that junk. One thing I will say about YouTube, they do a bad job of explaining to people what you get with that YouTube Premium. Because you get the music, you get everything under the sun with that. But you never see it talked about. I don't understand their strategy by not telling people about it. Maybe they don't want people to get it. I don't know. Looks like someone's finally here. And see if I can figure this out by Googling it. I don't know if it's possible. They're going to have to give Max Meyer a time to warm back up. So it looks like it's Mike Estabrook that's going behind the plate. He was scheduled for the home plate umpiring duties tomorrow. Now, I don't know. I'm going to try to do it just by using I don't think they're using a second base umpire is what it looks like to me. You've got, if what I'm looking at is accurate on the screen, and there's no telling if it's accurate, but what I see is a first base and a third base umpire, which means Parra would have slid over to first. Estabrook is behind the plate, and Barrett is still at third. So they may not have an emergency umpire for second in this series. Sometimes they carry him and sometimes they don't. So it looks like we're just going to run with 3 umpires, which leads into one of my favorite stories in all of Major League Baseball, the old Brooklyn Dodgers. As we were back to the action, first pitch on the way to Mauricio Dubon after that slight delay. He's in the dirt. It's 1-2. So 1-2 count, 2 outs. Meyer turns and kicks. Down and away. Tried to chase the sweeper, 2-2. But the Great Brooklyn, they called it the Great Brooklyn Symphony, spelt like symphony, but they pronounced it symphony because it was just a couple of horns and being used as a band. And they did a lot of things jokingly in the 1930s and 40s in the 2-2 pitch swing. That ball gets sliced into right field, and it's down for a base hit. And it's a 2-out single for Mauricio Dubon. Great job of fighting off those pitches, especially after that delay.
Pardon me, would you have any? But of course.
That'll extend the inning if nothing else.
One of life's finer pleasures.
That could pay dividends later as Meyer, who's at 36 pitches here in the second inning. Dominic Smith, the batter. The Dominator stands in. First pitch on the way. Inside strike. It's 0-1. Smith didn't like it, but it was right there. Kim is on deck. The 0-1. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss. Changeup. It's 0-2. But the Brooklyn Symphony used to do a lot of things. They would play different songs jokingly throughout the stadium. One of the things they would like to do, they got them kicked out regularly, is when the umpire and crew would miss a play. And back then you only ran with 3 umpires. You had home plate, and then you had 2 umpires, one covering first, and the guy covering second would bounce back and forth between second and third, depending on the play, as they flip it over to first to keep the runner close by. Dubon back in time. And I think I've told the story before, but they would famously play the old nursery rhyme, 3 Blind Mice. And they did it a few times to nauseum where it got him kicked out of the game, but fans said as the 0-2 pitch swing, slaps it down the line, foul, out of play. The old confines of Ebbets Field, you could still hear them. They kick them out of the stadium. They didn't kick them out of the city, so they'd be standing outside the gates, and these stadiums were much more compressed. And there were a lot of fans that said, I swear it sounded like they were louder once they got kicked out. The 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. 1-2 count. Nothing, your score, top of the second inning. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, punches that back foul. We would pull the screen back, but our secondary one that we have to keep an eye on the defense, it's doing some funny things tonight, so I'm thinking until I see it calm down, we won't try to follow it. We'll keep you behind home plate. 1-2 count, runner at first, 2 outs. Meyer, by the way, this is pitch 42, the pitch. Swing, chopper, just foul down the right field line. That was a 2-hopper. That second hopper leaped over the first baseman, Norby, and if it lands about 2 to 3 inches to the left, it would have been extra bases. And because the way it landed with the 2 strikes and the 2 outs, Dubon probably would have scored from first. The 1-2 count. Swing. Chops it foul. They used to tell you in T-ball if it's close swing, isn't it on a tee standing on the plate in T-ball? JC, isn't it close every time? Am I missing something? Or was that an intentional joke? The 1-2 count. Brings it. Check swing. Did he go around? Look like he might have. No, they're going to say he didn't. 2-2. So might be a gift there. Marlins cast is not too happy with it. It was close. I'll put it that way. Nothing else that'll make Meyer pitch number 45 and just outside. They want to challenge this. I don't think he's going to win this one. I think that was reactionary because he felt like that last pitch was off, that he went around, but this one looks off the plate. Whoa, they're going to say that's a strike. I don't know about that. First time ever I've seen the ABS, and I don't believe what I just saw. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves. 0-0. We go to the bottom of the second.
Oh, we're being rude? Awesome. Cool. My turn.
Suspect's 38, and she still doesn't have a boyfriend yet.
Suspect's 24 and her hair's thinning already.
Suspect doesn't know if it's her ass or a 2x4.
When you got dumb and dumber out here.
I have respect for myself, and this is my best friend, so I have respect for her.
All right.
And I'm being dead honest right now that if you call me dumb or her dumb one more time, I don't care how many steroids you take, how many egg yolks you drink.
How much that thing cost anyway? Couple
Like
$100? $800. You paid $800? $800. Do you feel violated? No, sir. You should for $800.
A standing room only crowd in Cincinnati on its feet. First inning, Pete Rose against Eric Shaw. Ball 1. Rose looking for hit 4-1, 9-2. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And he really had a confident rip.
And that was a fastball in tight, which I think is the way that they'll try to pitch him since they were successful with it last night.
If you have a lump in your throat, you're only human. And it's 2 balls, 1 strike on Rose. Everybody on their feet here in Cincinnati and a worldwide television audience watching these moments tonight here at Riverfront Stadium. 2-1 pitch from Shaw into left center. There it is. Rose has eclipsed Cobb. That's number 4,192.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. 0-0 your score. J.R. Ritchie had a long long wait in between his last inning pitch, and then you had the delay because of Alfonso Marquez, if you're just joining us, was hit in the face by a fastball, so they had to take him out of the game. So we'll see how sharp he is coming in here in the second inning. First pitch, just a bit outside, pitch out territory. Cutter, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Down and in, 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it. High and out of the zone. 3-0. You might have been to a program, but did you pay attention? 3-0 upstairs, 3-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Kicks and fires. Upstairs slider, full count. He had a quick first inning with the 12 pitches. More than anything else, I'm just concerned of the long delay, if it had any issues with them, is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. So far, so good. Other than that first pitch of the at-bat, one away. Richie, his second strikeout of the night. Jacob Marcy, the batter, batting .212 on the year, righty-lefty, first pitch swinging, four-seam fastball, fouls it away, it's 0-1. The 0-1, high and out of the zone, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, fouls it away. 1-2. Braves nothing, Marlins nothing. Infield is playing back and to the right. The 1-2 pitch, swing, chopper over to short. Off the glove of Kim, fires it to first, and they're going to say he's safe. Olsen wants the dugout to challenge it. He's looking in. It was extremely close. So we're waiting for Weiss to get the heads up from upstairs. And we do want to challenge it, so hopefully that will come true. It's a hard hit ball that goes off his glove. He stayed with it. Barehanded fire. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Unless Olsen's foot came off, and I don't think it did, he's out. It's close, though. You can understand why the umpire called it safe. It's almost tie goes to the runner. His foot is off the base when the ball hits the glove. Now, whether or not they overturn it, we've seen too many of these to know they don't always get those right. A lot of times they'll just say, well, what was the call on the field? You could see it play after play. I got the Miami and the Atlanta feeds going. And each one, you can see the ball hit the back of the glove just as the foot, before his toe hits the bag. I just don't know if they're going to overturn it because it really is that close. Still 2-2 in the third. Philly and Cincinnati. Washington leads New York 2-1. Usually when it takes them this long, they're just going to do the bailout. They're going to call it safe. They didn't get the call right, but you understand why they called it that way. Because it's so close. And this is a view they never showed on the Atlanta one. Down the line and off to the right. And you can clearly see the ball in Matt Olson's glove before he touches the base. But we didn't get it, so 1 on, 1 out. Double play can get us out of the jam. First pitch is a four-seamer at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Connor Norby batting .234 on the year. Kicks and fires, swing, rips it up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. And they're going to have runners on the corners and 1 out. Norby with the single. Marcy goes first to third. The center fielder flying around the bags. That pitch there just got way too much of the plate, and it was slapped up the middle. The Braves were on a shift. So hit well to the left of the second base bag, but nowhere near Hassan Kim, who was playing him to pull along with the rest of the infield. Normal double play depth, that's going to be an easy double play because he's going to be standing right there to shovel it to Ozzy. First pitch on the way is right there. Change up at the knees. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Righty lefty. Joe Mack batting .216 on the year from the left side. Brings it. Swing. Chopper. It's 0-2. .0-2 count, infield, back into the right. Double play depth for Kim at short. Riley Byes lonesome holding the runner at third. The 0-2. Swing, chopper off the plate. The 0-2 pitch. Richie turns and fires it over to first. Runner back in time. Runners at the corners. 1 out. The 0-2 from Richie. Down and in, curveball misses. 1-2. We'd love a double play here to get you out of the jam. Strikeout wouldn't hurt it either. The 1-2 swing hammered over to first off of Olson's glove. He's going to have to go cover the bag, and Ozzy will underhand it to him. It'll be a 4-3 put out, and Miami scores a run. It's 1-0. Runner at first heads down to second. That ball was smoked. No error because you can never assume the double play, and not to mention that ball, even though it was hit right at Olson, it was absolutely scalded. Pulled his glove up just a hair too early. If he gets it, he might even be coming home with the play. Righty-righty matchup, sinker right there on the inner part of the plate, down and in. It's 0-1. Javier Sanoa, the batter. The 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Sinker down and away, ball 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Swing, chopper over to third. Riley's got it. Long way to go. A two-hopper, backhanded by Olsen, and that'll end the inning. So a great job of Olsen keeping that ball from getting away. Braves trail 1-0, but it could have been much worse.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
Suspect claims to eat healthy but won't touch a vegetable. Not a single one. Not a single vegetable.
Suspect wanted to be in the NBA, but instead he's 5'9" and has asthma.
Okay. Going like that, huh? Suspect was the cutest little boy in 3rd grade.
My mom made me have that haircut. Suspect needs to start No Shave November in January.
Okay. Suspect doesn't know I sold her Apple Watch 2 weeks ago.
I need that.
Do you?
I like my coffee like I like my men. It's not great, but I can fix it.
When you get into a lull, you never admit you're in a slump. Don't ever let a pitcher tell you you're in a slump. I would tell people you do 1 of 6 things when you get into a lull. You know what they are?
Yeah.
Okay?
No, tell me.
Closer to the plate, further away from the plate, up in the box, back in the box, choke up in the bat more, choke down in the bat more. Make it heavier, make it lighter. Never change your swing. Your swing got you to the big leagues. You change your positioning in the batter's box. Curveball's getting to you. Move up on it. You're not getting to it. Move up, move back on it. They're jamming you. Move away from the plate because what they do, everybody charts every game that you play nowadays. And you're not going to go 0 for 20, Frank, and have 15 at bats where you're pulling the ball and 5 where you're hitting it over first base. You're going to develop a pattern. And you make your adjustments based on the pattern that you developed over 20 at bats. And if you're swinging and missing, you're pulling off. Hit the ball right back up the middle. You can't pull off, you hit the ball right back up the middle.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Righty-righty matchup. Hassan Kim, the batter, first pitch. Sinker, first strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 inside, four-seamer. Almost hits him, 1-1. One count. Marlins lead it 1-0, top of the third. The 1-1 pitch. Inside misses. Oh, he wants to challenge that one. Unless it clipped it before it left the zone. Yep, he missed that one.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, slider. 2-2. So Miami loses a challenge. They're down to 1. 2-1 count to Kim. Braves have lost a replay challenge. They're down to 1 on those. The 2-2. Meyer kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Chase 1. Strike 3. 1 away. Really hope Kim gets going here with the bat soon because fans are, they are just punishing him, not realizing that this guy's coming off the IL. And I guess maybe a lot of them tuned out last year. They don't remember. He was pretty good for us last year. Yaz to the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss at the changeup. It's 0-1. I do think it went under the radar because most fans just kind of got so disgusted with the season. Either they quit paying attention or they tried to block it from their memory. Is the 0-1 four-seam fastball? It's 0-2. But Kim was really good at the tail end of last year when we picked him up from Tampa Bay off of waivers. And it's why we were excited when we re-signed him as the 0-2. Swing, pops it up. High and deep into left field, but not deep enough. It'll be an F7 on the Yaz, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Back to the top of the order, Drake Baldwin, the batter. He walked his first time up. First pitch on the way to the Drake. Swing, rips it up the middle, and that's a two-out single for your leadoff hitter of the Atlanta Braves, the Drake.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
So a two-out single will extend the inning. Nazi Albies to the plate. First pitch on the way. High and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Ozzie. Oh for 1 with the pop out in the second inning. The 1-0 pitch. Swing. And that'll be another pop up. It'll be into left field this time. F7, and that'll end the inning. Braves get one on, but fail to get him across. It's 1-0. We go to the top of the fourth here in Braves country.
Yo, I don't know who need to hear this, but pick up your mother feet when you walking. Just ignorant.
Suspect's 29 years old and still her pants in the supermarket.
That was one time! Suspect says he wants to lose weight, but eats a whole bag of Butterfingers.
She gave me a bunch of crap about me not listening to her enough or something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention.
It's fall and winter, which means I'm going to have to start covering all my body and all my tattoos. How are you guys going to know I'm chill like that? How are you guys going to know that I look sick under all this? Oh, my God.
Suspect pees while sitting down.
Suspect leaves massive skid marks in their underwear. It's like burnouts.
Spring training, we're playing every other day. I may go a week without a ground ball, and then get into season. It's like here we go, and I feel like that's always kind of been the lacking part of like being ready. It's just like getting those ground balls under your belt and doing live fungos. It's like, especially at third base off the live, like you get those top spinners, you get those in between hops where you got to take a step back, take a step forward. I know for me personally, like the start of this season, I've never felt more comfortable at third base defensively this early. So I love it.
I just like to get my feet moving. You see it a little better than just a normal flip up and fungo, hitting soft toss, and get some more real game like bounces and difference of ball off the bat. So it's been good for us. We've been running with it and getting the legs moving, especially on day games. It's been good.
Yeah, it just helps us to kind of focus in on doing the small things right, and once you get the small things right, everything else sort of falls into place.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way from J.R. Ritchie to start the bottom of the third inning. It's a cutter high and out of the zone. Righty-lefty matchup. It's 1-0. Xavier Edwards, leadoff man for the Marlins, standing at the plate, the 1-0. Just grabs the outer edge, 1-1. He didn't like the call, and it did look like it missed. In fact, they're showing it on the ABS on the Marlins vision. And it missed by about almost 2 inches. They didn't challenge it, though, because remember, they're down to 1. A lot of teams have put in place that if you're down to 1 challenge, we don't want you challenging anything until later in the game. Which I think is a good strategy all in all. The 1-1 swing, chopper, 1-2. 1-2 count. Infield back into the right. The pitch, swing, lifts it into center field. And Harris is there for the catch for out number 1. That's the first time he's retired someone tonight. Really haven't lifted a lot of pitches out into the outfield. KD, Ronald Acuna Jr. came back tonight. He is on the active roster. He's not in the lineup, but he's on the roster. Righty lefty, first pitch is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. I don't think you'll see him in the field. I think he would be on for pinch hitting duties. And then wherever they put him in, someone else would play the field. Is it 2-0 as that pitch misses outside? Count inside, check swing, went around 2-1. It was curious that Eli White did not come off the IL today. He was eligible to come off the 7-day concussion protocol, and they did not activate him, so no word yet on how much longer he'll be out. 2-1 pitch. Brings it. Swing, chopper over to second. Ozzy's got it, underhands it with his glove to Olsen, and it's a 4-3, 2 down. Mark, do I think who will go tomorrow? Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way, swing and miss slider. It's 0-1. Are you talking about Acuna playing tomorrow? Otto Lopez. Batting .342 on the year. Struck out swinging his first time up, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. I don't know, because they talked about not wanting to put him on that field in Miami, so you could DH him as the 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2. But they could play it safe and just have him pinch hit a few times here and there and then get him back into the fold come this weekend. 1-2 count. Swing, chopper down the third base line. Baltimore chopper, but it'll go foul before he gets to the bag. Yeah, I would think that Acuna it just makes me pause because they activated him tonight, but they didn't put him in the lineup, so it tells you they don't really want to put him in yet. I think it was more for depth on pinch hitting to have him activated. The 1-2. Curveball misses outside, 2-2. But it could be wrong. I just tend to think that if he's going to play, his first time back, if it's in Miami, would end up being on from the DH position, the 2-2. Down and away, 3-2. So he's had an injury history in that park, and it's different playing on that turf as opposed to regular grass. Stauer standing on deck, the left-handed bat. The payoff pitch. Swing, pops it up. Lopez stumbles out of the gates. It'll be a high fly ball caught by Michael Harris. 75% of this world covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. We'll be back in a flash.
Afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink? I'll say I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
About a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket.
Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things. You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again? Nope. You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go. Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah.
I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a lemon drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are going to have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready. There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
Welcome back. 1-0 your score. So we head to the top of inning number 4. First pitch on the way to Matt Olson is a sinker. Out and away, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Right there at the knees, four-seamer, 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and kicks outside wide. 2-1. Well, Rosemary, remember there was the long delay because of the injury to the umpire, so that's one of the reasons why it's moving a little slower. The 2-1. Swing fouls it away, 2-2. 2-2 count. I didn't pay attention to it, but that was almost a half-hour delay, it seemed like. I'd say it was at least 15, 20 minutes. The 2-2 pitch. Swing. Chopper right back to the mound, and that'll be an underhanded toss. 1-3. Easy peasy, one away. Meyer sitting at 61 pitches. That'll bring Austin Riley to the plate. Riley digging in, first pitch swinging, bangs the changeup down the third baseline. It's 0-1. Standing on deck is Harris. Braves with 2 hits, Marlins with 2 hits. Marlins with the 1-0 lead here in the top of the 4th with 1 out, the 0-1. Swing, chopper over to third. And that should be a 5-3. It is. Quickly 2 down. 2 up, 2 down. Michael Harris coming to the plate. First pitch to Harris, swing, pops it up. High into left field, deep, going back on the track, making the catch right there in front of the warning track. That'll end the inning. Well, they heard you, Rosemary. They went ahead and sped through that inning. It is 1-0 bad guys. We'll be back in a flash.
How you feel?
Oh no! Is there anything I can do? Can I try again?
You know what? I'll ask you a question. If you can answer this one right, I'll let you pass.
Okay, thank you.
All right, listen carefully. There's an old man and there's a young kid at the light. So what do we hear first?
The old man, because the young kid has the whole life.
No! You hit the brakes!
The last conversation I ever had with my dad, the night before he died, if you knew what my dad was like, he wasn't, I love you and I'm sorry. He was a doer, not a talker. And he told me that he went through the same thing when he was a ball player. My dad was a really good baseball player. And this is how you get over this issue. You don't have a mental block. He said you have a temporary loss of confidence. And once the confidence comes back, this thing will dissipate. And so I started working on it in practice, just like he had told me, and I started getting my confidence back in practice. I actually switched them. I took on practice as a game, and so when game time came along, it was like, hey, I've already been through this. I was relaxing, and then when I got through that thing, I went on and I led the league in fielding at my position when I went to the American League, and I was in the top 5 fielding from then on in all second basemen. So it was about conversations with my dad that helped me get over this. And then after my dad died, about 3 years later, I was talking to my mom about this conversation with my dad. And my mom and dad have been together since the 5th grade. And my mom told me, she said, your dad never had a throwing problem in his life. He just said that because he knew how much I revered his strength and his wisdom. And if he could go through it, then it's not so bad that I'm going through it. And that's how I got my confidence back, by somebody that was selfless enough, like my dad, to tell me this when he never went through a throwing problem, but it helped me get over it. And thankfully, I was one of the very few guys that went through this thing that got over it. A lot of guys don't get over this issue.
Braves Country Radio, the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. J.R. Ritchie goes back to work. First pitch curveball right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. JR comes set. Fastball, four-seamer outside the zone, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it. Four-seamer misses, ball 2-1. Miami 1, Braves nothing. Bottom of the 4th inning, the 2-1 pitch. Swing hammered into right field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Marlins. That'll bring Owen Casey to the plate. Casey, 0 for 1 on the day, takes a changeup down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Casey struck out swinging his first time up. The 1-0. Check swing. Did not go around. 2-0. J.R. Ritchie with 2 strikeouts so far, 3 hits allowed. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, cutter in on his hands. 2-1. Two-one count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops the cutter back foul. 2-2. By the way, if you're wondering at home, they did not give that an error for some strange reason to Ha-Seong Kim. So that's an earned run to Casey. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Curveball. And there's one away. Now, they could end up cleaning that up after the game, but as of right now, that's an earned run. That's a bad call by their scorekeep there in Miami. I mean, that ball was hit right to Kim, and it was a hard-hit ball, but it was right to him. It wasn't one that was scalded to one of the corners. Kim's got to make that play. First pitch on the way to Marcy is down and in, hits him in the leg. And that'll put runners at first and second, 1 out. So the pitch got away from Ritchie. Looked like he was going for the cutter. That thing just kept cutting and cutting and hit him in the back of the hamstring on the right leg. He had no chance of getting out of the way of that one. So first and second, 1 out, trouble brewing here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Connor Norby coming to the plate. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Infield back and to the left. The first pitch. Slider down and away. It's 1-0. They check down the line, but first base umpire says no dice. I believe that's Jonathan Parra, as Estabrook has gone behind the plate because of the injury to Marquez. The 1-0. Outside wide, 2-0. 2-0 count. So most likely Estabrook will be the home plate umpire as the 2-0 right there for a strike, 2-1. He'll most likely be the home plate umpire tomorrow. Jonathan Parra, the home plate umpire tomorrow, as Estabrook moved up. He was supposed to be the home plate umpire tomorrow. He's behind the plate now. The 2-1 pitch. Misses high, 3-1. And they'll evaluate Marquez and decide whether they're going to bring a 4th umpire in or is he good to go tomorrow. 3-1 count. Pitch on the way, swing, chops it off his instep, and it's a full count now. So a full count. The infield back and to the left. Payoff pitch from Richie. Down below the knees, ball 4. Went with the curveball and it just missed the spot. And he'll head to first, and now the bases are loaded. There's only 1 out. And coming to the plate is Joe Mack, the backstop for the Miami Marlins, batting .211 on the year. He grounded out to first his first time up. That was the one that went off of Riley's glove, and not Riley, Olson's glove, and they could only get the 1 out, so the run scored. Hefner goes out there to talk to J.R. Ritchie. Ladola just gave up a solo shot to Alec Bowman, the Phillies, and it's 3-2 in the 6th inning in that one. So here we go. Runners all over the bases. Bases loaded. 1 out. Righty lefty. First pitch swinging. Chops it over to first, and Olson's got it, but it's foul. It's 0-1. You love a double play here. The catcher standing at home plate. He's 23-year-old, so he's not one of the slow-footed catchers, but still a gettable double play. But the main thing for Richie is not to let this inning get out of control. The 0-1. Swing. Hammers it over to second. That goes off the glove of Ozzie Albies. 1 run will score. It's 2-0 Miami. 2 runs will score. It's 3-0 Miami. And they've got runners on the corners and 1 out. That ball was rocketed off to the right side of Ozzie Albies. Tried to make a diving stop. That ball was absolutely smoked. Got way too much of the plate. So 2 runs come home. That ball had to have been over 100 miles an hour off the bat. It was smoked. And it was a short hopper that bounced off Ozzie's glove. So runners at the corners, 1 out. First pitch swinging. Sanoa pops it up. Will stay in play. Drake takes off the mask, but it'll bend foul into the seats, and it's 0-1. The 0-1. Remember, the Braves don't have a day off until Monday is the 0-1 pitch. Outside wide, 1-1. So they're going to give Richie a longer leash than normal. He's got to find a way to fight through this. And he won't be scheduled to pitch again until next Sunday, the 1-1. Swing. Pokes it foul in between home and first, 1-2. It looks like that actually broke the bat. Top half of the bat shattered in half. So he'll go get a replacement. Number 9 hitter Sano at the plate. Runners at the corners. Double play would get you out of this. Yeah, the top half of the bat just splintered in half. The 0-2 swing, pops it back foul. Do it again. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball, got him. 2 down. Back to the top of the order, though, for the Marlins. Righty-lefty matchup. Xavier Edwards takes the first pitch. It's a slider. Bang! Right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. The 0-1. Xavier wants a timeout, so he'll step out of the box for a second. The 0-1 count. Kicks and fires. Fouls it away. Changeup just off the plate. It's 0-2. Richie at 73 pitches, so pretty high on that end. They'd like to get him through the 5th. That long delay may change their mind on that. The 0-2 misses high, 4-seamer, 1-2. In the 6th inning, it's 3-2 Philadelphia versus Cincinnati. And the Nationals lead the Mets 3-2 in the 5th. The 1-2. Try to get him to chase the changeup down. It's 2-2. Blue Jays have taken a 3-1 lead over the Yankees in the Bronx. They're in Detroit, Michigan, and the Guardians lead the Tigers 2-1. The 2-2 swing, slaps it on the left side of the infield, and there's nowhere to go. Ozzie could not get to second base in time to cover it. They were never going to get Edwards, so it's an infield single and an RBI. That right there is another shift, and honestly, I'm watching the replay of it. Ozzie was a little slow to react. I don't know what he was thinking originally, but he was not covering second. They never had a chance. If he breaks for second the moment that ball's hit, Kim could probably feed it to second and just get the runner, but instead, it'll be an infield single. I'm sure Ozzie would tell you that he should have had that. So Liam Hicks, the batter, righty-lefty, first pitch swinging, bangs it down the line, foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1, first and second, 2 outs. Braves trail by 4. Rays lead the Orioles 8-4 in Tampa there in the 5th. Time is called. The 0-1 count. Pitch number 78 for Richie. Fastball misses high. 1-1. He is really struggling to get through this fourth inning. Marlins have put 3 on the board here in the fourth to lead it 4-0. The 1-1 swing hammered into right field. Making the, he dropped it. Yaz drops the ball. It rolls away. At least 2 runs will score. Here comes the throw from Harris, and the runner will only be at second base. I don't know why that is, but it's 6-0 Miami. Sometimes it's just not your night. It's a hard hit ball, but one that Yaz, I mean, typically he's got to catch that. He was sinking on him and hit him, but in a bad place right in the glove. Would have been a nice sliding catch, but it wouldn't have been a showstopper on the highlight reels. Weiss can't believe it. So the Braves bats are going to have to wake up here tonight if they're going to have a chance to win this one. Like I said, it was a hard hit ball, but Yaz was had a beat on it. Looks like if y'all aren't down at the dumps enough, Aaron Bummer's warming up in the pen. Righty, pitch on the way from Richie is down and away. It's 1-0. J.R. Richie at 80 pitches now. He's got to be around 40 pitches in this inning. I believe we started with about 40. The 1-0, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Lopez trying to go for the downs. So come hell or high water, they may be sitting Richie no matter what happens in this at bat. This may be his last guy. Stowers is on deck. Bummer may be coming out for the 5th no matter what happens here. 1-1 count. Turns and kicks. Swing. Chopper. Down the third base line, but foul. It's 1-2. Richie, once again, a strike away from getting out of this. His defense has let him down, but he's also left a lot of pitches over the plate. So, yeah, 34 pitches in this inning. I thought it was closer to 40, but I guess it was a little north of 40 when we started the inning. So this will be pitch 35. Brings it. Swing, slaps it over to the right side. Good play by Olsen, but he's going to be able to get him. Tosses it to Richie. Richie toe taps the bag, and that should end the inning. Otto Lopez wants him to challenge it. And McCullough says, come grab your glove. The inning's over. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 5th we go. Trailing 6-0.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the pudding kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live.
Shame on you. This could be the greatest night of our lives. You're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder.
Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta?
Son of a We struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember?
Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Mauricio Dubon, a sinker at the knees. It's 0-1. Marlins scored 5 runs in the bottom of the fourth at 6-0 Miami. The 0-1 pitch swing. Grounder over to short. Lopez has it, flips it first, and there's one away. One up, one down, and Dominic Smith, the batter. Meyer at 66 pitches. The first pitch on the way, swing. Bangs it down the first base rug. 0-1. Troy, that made me laugh. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it away. Down the left field line, should get out of play. It does. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Meyer, who had a high pitch count in the first 2 innings at 45, he is ready settled in as the 0-2 outside wide 1-2. Couple of quick innings by the Braves. Followed the first and second. He's right where he wants to be. Bummer continues to warm up in the bullpen as the Braves trail this one 6-0. The 1-2 swing and a miss, four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour. 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Hassan Kim, the batter. Righty, swinging out of his shoes at the slider in the dirt. It's 0-1. Tomorrow it's Martin Perez. Wednesday, Chris Sale Day. And Thursday we have Spencer Strider, the 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. This is the one game in the series that you looked at it and said that the Marlins had the advantage in the starting pitching department. Not a 6-0 advantage. A lot of things went wrong tonight, but definitely an advantage. Meyer, not a household name, but he is a very good pitcher. The 1-1 down and away, ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 count. Brings it right there, 2-2, four-seamer. Kim didn't like it, but he won't challenge it. It did look like it hit the bottom of the zone. Infield back into the left. The 2-2 in the dirt. Good take. Ball 3, 3-2. If he can get on, Yaz is standing on deck. You know he wants to make up for that fumble in the outfield earlier. You get a bloop and a blast, next thing you know, you're back in it with 4 innings to go. The 3-2. Time is called by Kim. This place is packed tonight. There's at least 200-300 people in the stands. The payoff pitch, down below the knees, ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. So very good at bat by Kim. That'll go overlooked by the knuckleheads on X, but not all great at bats wind up in base hits. Work your way aboard there. Good job by Hassan Kim. Mike Yastrzemski coming to the plate. First pitch high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. And if he can work his way aboard, Drake Baldwin has been putting some good swings on Meyer. He would be coming to the plate next. 1-0. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss. Slider down and in. It's 1-1. A 1-1 count. Top of the fifth. Pitch on the way. Taking four-seamer for a strike. It's 1-2. That was right down Main Street. That's one that he should be swinging at. So now you got a 1-2 count. Infield is back and to the right. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chase the sweeper down around in his ankles, and that'll end the inning. Braves get one on, but can't do nothing with it. We'll go to the top of the sixth, or bottom of the fifth, excuse me, here in Braves country, 6-0 Miami.
Trying to get me to see your view about how maybe sometimes it's not the right time. Shut up. Shut up. We're saying Merry Christmas. If you don't like it, shut up and step aside. Not 1 inch, okay?
In there, strike three, and he has hooked.
In 1981, a 20-year-old left-hander with a funky windup and a confounding breaking ball burst onto the scene and created a phenomenon so rare it ultimately bore his name, Fernando Mania.
Valenzuela is great. I love him. He's the greatest, and I think everybody here has Fernando fever.
Fernando Valenzuela did not possess a blazing fastball, but his screwball befuddled hitters.
Valenzuela delivers.
His delivery added to his allure. Fernando would lift his arms up over his head, then briefly turn his gaze to the bill of his cap before striding towards home plate.
In there, strike three, and he has hooked out the side.
Fernando started opening day for the Dodgers in 1981 and went on to win each of his first 8 starts, 5 via shutout, posting a 0.50 ERA to begin the season. He ultimately became the first player, and still the only, to win Rookie of the Year and Cy Young in the same season. Although others came before him, Fernando Valenzuela established himself as the first Mexican superstar in the major leagues. Starring in LA made him an icon.
He was their hero, which was great. They needed a hero, and he represented their country in the highest degree of class, dignity, and character.
Fernando made 6 All-Star teams throughout his career, eventually becoming more workhorse than wonderkind. He led the NL with 21 wins and 20 complete games in 1986. And on April 27, 1990, in his final season with the Dodgers, he threw a no-hitter against the Cardinals.
Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Aaron Bummer will come on for your Atlanta Braves. Bark in the Park Day here in Miami. Braves trail 6-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch off the plate for a ball. It's 1-0. The Reds have tied up Philadelphia 3-3 in the 7th. The 1-0. Outside wide ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Pitch on the way. Outside wide. 3-0. So a 3-0 count. Brings it right there at the knees. 3-1. Three-one count. Down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Miami leading 6-0. Remember, tomorrow is an early game. It's a 3:30 will come on the air. It's a 4:10 first pitch. Lefty first pitch right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on. Lifted. Into center field. Drifting over, making the catch is Michael Harris for out number 1. I still haven't figured out why. I hope to figure it out before first pitch tomorrow. Why in the world they're doing a 4:10 on a Tuesday in the middle of a 4-game series. Lefty matchup. Swing and a miss. Jacob Marcy. Curveball in the dirt. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down and away. 1-1. I think I have it figured out, though, because it's what I was talking about a couple of days ago. It's the 1-1 pitch. Down and away. 2-1. Every time you pull up this game on the ESPN scoreboard, not tonight's game, but tomorrow night's game, it keeps saying it's unlimited, so it's, in other words, they have exclusive coverage of the 2-1. Inside. Ball almost got him in the elbow. 3-1. But when you do it, it shows ESPN Unlimited, and also on ESPN tomorrow's a 3-1 pitch, down and away, ball 4. So Bummer walks 2 of the first 3 batters he faces, and it still shows that. So it's ESPN Unlimited tomorrow. And it has to have something to do with the fact that at 8 o'clock tomorrow night, the NBA, ESPN's on the NBA, or the NBA's on ESPN for game 1 of their, I guess it's the Eastern Conference Finals going on. So we've never seen this before, but I believe this is one of those standalone games that ESPN has in the middle of the week that they've talked about on their new contract as Hefner goes out there to talk to Bummer. And they must have had the power to be able to move the game. It's a weird time, though. Tuesday at 4:10 Eastern. I don't know how many of y'all will be off work in time to catch that, but we'll be here. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way from Bummer. There's a curveball outside to Norby. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it inside, almost got him in the foot. 2-0. Got a funny feeling that the Braves went out drinking last night after the game. That's everybody's playing with their daubers in the dirt. You got errors, you got Bummer can't find the zone. J.R. Ritchie looked tired in the 4th inning. The 2-0. Right there at the knees, did not get the call. 3-0. Wonder if they got in early, went cruising South Beach last night. The 3-0 count, down below the knees, sinker misses, ball 4. So the bases are now loaded, still only 1 out. Bummer's thrown 16 pitches in this inning and not many for strikes. Lefty-lefty matchup. Joe Mack, the catcher for the Marlins, stands in. He's 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch on the way. Curveball down and away. It's 1-0. He hit that scalding hot shot off of Ozzie Albies' glove into the outfield that brought 2 runs home in. A 2 RBI single. His last time up, the 1-0. Misses high 2-0. I mean, he's barely missing the zone up and down, but he's definitely missing it. None of these you would think about challenging. There's one pitch in the previous at bat that was borderline, but other than that, Boston has taken a 2-0 lead over the Kansas City Royals. A 2-0 right there at the knees. Sinker. Finally gets a strike in there. 2-1. 2-1 count inside. That almost hits him. 3-1. Three-1 from Bummer. The pitch. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And the Marlins take a 7-0 lead. Bummer's at 21 pitches. But honestly, you almost have to let him eat this inning. You got Perez due up to pitch tomorrow as the first pitch is right down the pipe for a strike. It's 1-1. You don't really want any of your back end guys being wasted in a game like this. So it really just leaves you to, and honestly, I don't want to waste Diddy Fuentes in a game like this. I think they would have loved to have Bummer eat 2 innings and have Kinley eat 2 and then call it a day, the 0-1. Nowhere near the zone, 1-1. One count. He's trying to be too fine in a game that they trail 7-0. You just got to get pitches over the plate and let your defense do their job. The 1-1 pitch, swing, hammered down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble, and it is a grand salami. An 11-0 lead for the Miami Marlins. And oof. What a bad outing for the Braves tonight. 11-0 your score.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything because I'm a class act.
Put the Boo Birds out. And they're going to let Bummer stay out there. First pitch is a curveball. It's 1-0. Swing, hammered. High and deep. I don't think that one's going to hold. It will not. 12-0. So, man alive. 12-0. Nothing else you can say. Xavier Edwards hits his 5th of the season. And where does that take old Bummer's ERA, I wonder? Let me take a look at this real quick. I bet it's 7.98 ERA now on the season. People are going to be calling for his head on social media. You can guarantee it. Lefty-lefty matchup. Pitch is smoked down the line. Foul. It's 0-1. I know what they used to do in the Brian Snicker days. It'd be a ghost IL incoming. I don't know if Weiss would do the same thing, but you almost wonder if he needs to go get right somewhere. The 0-1 swing. chops it down the first base side. It'll be a single, and the inning will continue, hit after hit, walk after walk, and it is 12-0 with a runner at first and one out. Your best bet here is to root the Reds along to beat the Phillies, so we don't lose any ground in the standings. We do lead the Phillies by 8 games, but lefty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging. Lopez bangs it down the line, foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and kicks. Swing. Chopper. Ozzy's got it. Shovels it to Kim. Kim holds on to it. No chance of getting the runner. Slow developing double play. They get the force at second to get the lead runner, and there's 2 down. Two down, bottom of the 5th. This seems like a game where if you can, you get some of your starters the rest of the night off as the sweeper down and away. For a ball, it's 1-0. Get some of your bench guys some action. The 1-0. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-0. I wouldn't mind seeing Acuna get some DH swings. Maybe put Azakar in the outfield out there to give someone the rest of the night off as the 2-0 right there for a strike, 2-1. And for that matter, let Leon go back there behind the plate and give Drake the rest of the night off. Just give him a complete reset out there. You could give Riley the night off too if you brought Mateo in, put him at short and Kim at third. The 3-0 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. You get at least 1 or 2 of these clunkers every year in the 162-game season, so this is by far the, nowhere near the end of it all is the 3-1 down and away, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first and second, 2 outs. But you'd like to see Bummer, man, toughen up. It is Diddy Fuentes warming up the bullpen. You hate to see that. I just hate to waste innings with Fuentes in a game when you're trailing by 12. They bring him in, they're probably going to have him go 3 innings just to try to reset the whole thing. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. You would have preferred to see Raylo, but he went 2 innings yesterday, so he's probably not available. And Martin Perez, he starts tomorrow, the 0-1. Misses high, 1-1. What I really hate about that is because if you have Martin Perez starting tomorrow, you could piggyback Diddy Fuentes off of his start, a lefty versus a tough righty, and ride that to victory. 1-1 down and in, 2-1. 2-1 count. Where's Luke Williams when you need him? Just let him throw Ephus pitches for the next 4 innings. The 2-1. Misses high, 3-1. Three-1 count. Good to see you, Goat. Didn't see you sneaking in here. The 3-1 pitch. Upstairs. Full count. He's at 41 pitches in this inning. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Bummer, man, he looks like his last name up there. He looks exhausted. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by a couple of touchdowns.
You are the best idea man.
Also, we're canceling all of your ongoing projects.
What about the Pawnee River Dam?
Dam's dead.
Where will all the water go?
Wherever it's headed now. The important thing is the dam is never happening, and your dream has been crushed.
We're very sorry.
I am not. Good meeting.
Everybody that goes to AA claims to be alcoholics. Well, how come I'm the only one that brought some beer?
There was a great story. Lisa Newhouse-Saxon, who was a colleague of mine at the LA Daily News, she was covering the Dodgers and the Angels at a time when female sports reporters were pretty much banned. They were shunned. And she was at a game in Cincinnati covering the Dodgers, and she wanted to go into the locker room to do a story about Mario Soto. And they kicked her out of the locker room. The Reds people just had enough and sent her back. So she was just depressed. And the next day, she got on the team bus, and Vin was sitting there, and Vin said, "Come here, sit next to me." So she does, and Vin just said to her, without even saying what happened with the incident, he goes, "Who is it do you want to be like as a sports reporter?" She goes, "Oh, this guy is so popular, and this guy is really good." And Vin just said, "You should really just be your authentic self. Just be Lisa." And from that, it gave her this great sense of confidence. And she actually she lived near him in Brentwood, and she went to church with him. He invited her to come to church with him, and it was just one of those blessings that you can't make up. And when Vin was inducted into the Baseball Reliquary, which is this great event we have out in Pasadena every year, Lisa did the acceptance speech for him and told that story. And I knew about that story, so Lisa that was her go-to story about Vin, this tomboy who grew up listening and wanting to play baseball, and how everyone says, "Don't meet your heroes." And she said, "No, this hero was much greater than all I could imagine."
The umpire just stood up and said goodbye. As I am saying goodbye, I have said enough for a lifetime. And for the last time, I wish you all a very pleasant good afternoon.
Welcome back. First pitch to Drake Baldwin. Right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Hit hard into right field, but right at right fielder Casey, and there's one away. Honest engine, I think that should be it for Baldwin. Just go let him sit down, have Leon catch the rest of the game, and call it a day. That kid plays every inning, every day. First pitch misses upstairs for a ball to Ozzie Albies. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses high and out of the zone. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Swing. Slices it down the left field line. 2-1. Wednesday, we're going to have a doubleheader planned, assuming weather in Philadelphia. Reds and Phillies at 1 o'clock, and then Braves Marlins at 6:40. The 2-1 swing and a miss. 2-2. Two doubleheaders this week. We'll have our Friday Wrigley series is back. The 2-2. Misses high, full count. Full count, swing and a miss, strike 3, sweeper, down in on the hands, and there's 2 down. Two up, 2 down. First pitch down and in. You go around, they check down the line. He did not. It's 1-0. I'm surprised he got that call because normally in a 12-0 game, everybody's going around. You already got one umpire missing. I'm surprised they're not just calling everything a strike. The 1-0 right there. Sweeper, 1-1. Kudos to third base umpire Lance Barrett to calling that straight. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, swing, slices it down the left field line, and that's going to be a 2-out single for your Atlanta Braves. Good piece of hitting there by Matt Olson as he rocks one down the left field line. Thought he might get extra bases, but he'll stop at first base. And it's a 1-out single for Matt Olson and the Bravos. Austin Riley, the batter. First pitch at the knees. Down and in. 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer. 1-2. Miami 12, Atlanta nothing. Top of the sixth inning. The 1-2, outside wide. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High into center field. Deep, but not nearly deep enough. Just before the warning track, making the catch out there is Marcy, and that'll end the inning. We will go to the top of the sixth, trailing 12-0.
Sometimes I think, and then I forget.
We told you don't put that in the macaroni and cheese, but you insist on putting it. So since you want to do things your damn way, we're going to do it our way. We get ready to go upstairs and go to sleep while you clean up all this Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. We love you. But guess what? You couldn't even get a decent thing of macaroni and cheese because you decided to do some bullshit you done seen off the damn internet. Don't experiment on damn Thanksgiving. Don't experiment on Thanksgiving. You experiment by your damn self.
Don't kiss your wife with a runny nose. You may think it's funny, but it's not.
Suspect doesn't believe in Santa, but believes in the Cowboys every year.
Jerry Jones.
Suspects lost faith in humanity, but not the Cleveland Browns.
We got invited to a social gathering, which is the same thing as a party, except there's less fun and more cheese plates. I'm an introvert, so I park myself by the chips and salsa station while my wife goes around smiling at everyone like she's in a toothpaste commercial. She's supernatural at these things. She's like, you need to smile like you're not constipated. All right, you got to show people your teeth when you smile. I'm like, dude, I'm not just going to greet a stranger and then show them all of my teeth. That'll get us invited back. I am not a wolf.
They're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone. Caught it! Dwight Clark! It's a madhouse at Candlestick with 51 seconds left. Dwight Clark is 6'4". He stands about 10 feet tall in this crowd's estimation.
We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Diddy Fuentes coming on for the Braves. Try to get him back on track. First pitch is a four-seamer off the plate. 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0 pitch. Swing fouls it away to Jacob Marcy, 1-1. The 1-1. Nowhere near the zone, outside wide. 2-1. No runs, 3 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 12 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Miami. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls it back, 2-2. There were a couple of questionable calls that probably should have been called errors that they did not call errors. But as of right now, there are none on the board. The 2-2 count, outside wide, 3-2. Stepping out of the box is Marcy. The payoff pitch, outside wide, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. Runner at first, nobody out. First pitch swinging, fouls it away. 0-1. Connor Norby. One for one on the day. 2 walks. The 0-1 inside. 2-1. Pitch is banged down the line, foul, slider. Looked like the runner was on the go there. I might have misread that, but it looked like the runner was moving. He might have just been moving with the swing, but it looked like he had a pretty good jump. That would be strange, trying to steal with 12 runs. The 1-2. Swing. Slices it down the right field line. Bending, bending, bending. Foul, out of play. At least we figured out whose fault it was. Space Monkey left to play a video game. I'm assuming that's what that is, Subnautica. That's all your fault. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And there's one away. It's got to be hard for Diddy to get fired up, too. You're coming out of the pen. You're trailing by 12. I don't know who they could use in the last couple innings, but I'm all for not wasting any more of the bullpen. Righty-lefty matchup as we 1 on 1 out. First pitch down and away to Joe Mack. It's 1-0. I swear it seems like he's batted every single inning. Twice in some of them. And the Reds just coughed up a home run, a 2-run home run. They had a 4-3 lead over Philly and now trail 5-4. 2-0 count here to Joe Mack. Runner at first, 1 out. Pitch on the way, right there at the knees. 2-1. The 2-1. Down and in, 3-1. Three-one count. Brings it down below the knees. Strike 2. They're not going to challenge it probably because they're up 12-0, but that did look like a ball. That insult to injury, Ellie De La Cruz just did his thing and kicked the ball into the outfield. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Runner at first, he'll be on the move with any kind of contact. The 3-2, swing, slaps it back, foul, 98 miles an hour. Remember, the Marlins got off to a hot start. They've got a good pitching staff there, but their offense is not anything to write home about. But when you leave the ball over the plate like Bummer and Richie did tonight, you're going to make any major league roster look like the 27 Yankees. 3-2. Fuentes brings it, swing, hammers it into right field. Believe that's a fair ball into the corner. It is. No, just foul. Just foul. Marlins want to see if they want to challenge this. They do want to challenge it. I thought it hit chalk. Yeah, it did hit chalk. They'll end up getting, I'd say they'll probably call it a grounds rule double. Either that or it hit the, so they have the weird turf here. It's not real grass. It either that or it hit the turf, and we're seeing the turf come up as it hit the ground. We'll wait on this challenge. So the call will stand. There wasn't enough evidence to overturn it, so it's a full count now. Once again, runner at first, 1 out. Diddy Fuentes digging in, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Four-seam fastball, and there's 2 away. It was so close. I just think it's one of those things you have to rely on the umpire that saw it visually on the field. Mets lead the Nationals 5-4. They're in the 7th. First pitch on the way. Did he bring it? Four-seam fastball. 98 miles an hour. It's 0-1 to Sanoa. Sanoa 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-1. Why are y'all talking about Tua? If we can get Tua in this game, maybe he'll throw a couple interceptions and the Braves can get back in it. 1-1 count. If Mark is still listening, the 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. High in the sky. F6 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th, where you like it or not. Braves trail 12-0.
Well, guys, I didn't believe it was true, but my husband is taking away my rights.
No.
Yes. Yes, it is. Every day, just less and less.
No.
The less yes.
That's not what I said. I said you couldn't have any more dogs.
It's kind of insane.
I'm sitting here working, I'm thinking to myself, I'm about to stop partying with black people. Y'all don't make enough memories like white folks. See, nowadays when you go to black parties, you got to be on guard. White people just live life to the fullest, don't give a See, white people really got this life thing down packed when it comes to these parties. You only got one life, you might as well say it, right? Black man would have been like, nah, sweat it, we've been in the club all night. White people say you only got one life. I love partying with white people. They gonna make it fun before you even leave the house.
Are y'all really out here shaving your heads? What the f? Listen, Linda. And I'm like, y'all f crazy. From day one, son. I don't give a rat's monkey's ass. I ain't scalping myself for no And then you talking about not getting none. You know what? You're gonna need a can of Raid to get the cobwebs off that before this over with. Y'all done lost your whole ass minds and did something. You're just sitting around on a random Tuesday. I'm gonna Britney Spears myself and then cry about it. Cry about it. You're gonna wake up one day and be like, I'm a bald bitch for no reason. Y'all have a great day. I can't wait.
Ball game at Shea.
Oh, brother.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson. Little roller up along first. Behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it. If one picture is worth 1,000 words, you have seen about 1,000,000 words. But more than that, you have seen an absolutely bizarre finish to Game 6 of the 1986 World Series.
Welcome back. Michael Harris II coming to the plate. Braves trail 12-0. First pitch on the way. Sweeper drops in for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, chopper. Down the line, it's 0-2. What the heck happened to the... Let me try to reset this. Just notice there's nobody actually playing the game on your screen. So an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's one away. One up, one down, top of the 7th inning. J.R. Ritchie started off pretty good, and then the bottom fell out. I'm trying to get the 3D going again. The first pitch on the way is a curveball at the knees. It's 0-1. Mauricio Dubon, the batter. As soon as the new one loads in, we'll switch screens. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, swung on, chopped over to second. Wide throw, but they'll tag Dubon about 5 or 6 feet before he hits the bag. As he Did not try to slide or anything, trailing by 12. It's 2 down. I'm the first one to say, slide, avoid the tag. What are you doing? Giving yourself up. When you're down 12-0, just don't get hurt. Dominic Smith, the batter, right there at the outer edge, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. This is one of those ones, if this was a football game, you just burn the tape and go to the next week. You wouldn't even look at it. 1-0 right there at the knees. 1-1. Since it's a baseball game, luckily you get to play again tomorrow and forget about it much quicker. 1-1 count in the dirt. 2-1. Once again, I don't know why we're not pulling some of our starters out and letting give the backup some at bats and give the other guys some rest. The 2-1 pitch is corkscrewed over towards third. It's going to be a 5-3, and that will take us to the 7th inning. Time to get up and stretch. Braves trail by a touchdown and a couple of field goals here in Miami. Tyler Kinley's coming on, so at least we don't burn Denny Fuentes for multiple innings. Azakar is going to come in and play in right field. Dom Smith is going to give Matt Olson the seat and take over the first base bag. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball from Kinley. It's 0-1, so somebody's listened to me. The 0-1. And Sandy Leone is behind the plate. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. 0-1. So to get you caught up into what has happened here, Smith is at first. Dominic Smith, that is. The 1-1 pitch. Right there, top of the zone is 1-2. Kinley is now in Olson's spot. Azakar is in for Harris, and Yaz is still in right. He's the 1-2 in the dirt, 2-2. Kim is still at short. The 2-2 count. Swing. Bangs it down the third base line. We'll do it again. Leone is in for Drake Baldwin. Azakar batting in the Harris' spot, and they've left Dubon in. They've left Kim in. Yaz. Ozzy. The 2-2 pitch. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Underneath it is Riley, and there's one away. So when the Braves come up to bat in the 8th inning, I mean, you could do a number of things if when it comes around to Kenley's time to bat. Honestly, you could just let him bat and let him eat another inning. First pitch down and in for a ball, it's 1-0. They could pinch hit and let one of the position players pitch. 1-0 count. Swing, lifts it. High into right center field. Going back on the track. Making the catch. Right there at the back of the wall is Azakar. F8 in your scorecard. 2 down. That's so funny. We got to put that on the screen. Righty-righty matchup. As Christopher Morel is in for the Marlins. Batting third in the order. Takes the slider down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Congratulations to the oldest granddaughter there, Uncle Charlie. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. So 1-1 count. The 1-1 swing and a miss. Slider, 1-2. This is one of those games, it's like a car crash. You'd have to be there, understand what happened, and you don't really want to relive it and talk about it. The 1-2 pitch. Right there, caught looking strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So we'll go to the top of the 8th. And good news is there won't be a bottom of the 9th at this rate, so we'll end this one a little early.
Just checking in on all you bald-headed 4B biddies. Just wondering how y'all are doing. Did you guys come down from your manic episode yet? Come to terms? Come to realization that you made a poor decision? Thanks for making yourself easily identifiable.
There's some sites that people have gone to that pinged us for red flags. There's certain places we can't be going to on the computers anymore, guys.
But if you press clear, it goes away.
It doesn't go away.
Not really.
What?
Here's the problem. What I found out.
What is clear for? No. Clear history.
The clear history button, what it actually does is sends the history up the chain of command.
But they can't do that.
That's not what clear means.
No.
That's not what clear means.
That's entrapment.
Don't. Here's what's very distressing about Naughty Grandmas. It is a pro contributor account.
Yes, please. I won't do it. Just please don't out me and let them know that I'm not a real grandma.
Have you always drank this much?
No. Went for 11 straight years without a drink.
What happened?
Turned 12.
If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church.
In 1981, a 20-year-old left-hander with a funky windup and a confounding breaking ball burst onto the scene and created a phenomenon so rare it ultimately bore his name, Fernando Mania.
Marlins MLB is great. I love
Dodgers are number one.
He's the greatest, and I think everybody here has Fernando fever.
Fernando Valenzuela did not possess a blazing fastball, but his screwball, thrown by pronating his elbow to create movement in the opposite direction, befuddled hitters.
Valenzuela delivers. Screwball. Got him swinging.
His delivery added to his allure. Fernando would lift his arms up over his head, then briefly turn his gaze to the bill of his cap for striding towards home plate.
Welcome back. Twelve to nothing your score. Hassan Kim takes the first pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Calvin Faucher, the pitcher, on for the Marlins. The 0-1 swing. Pops it up down the right field line. And F9 your scorecard. One away. Philly did hold on and beat Cincinnati 5-4, so we'll lose a game on Philly. They'll be within 7 games of Atlanta. Mets and Nationals. Mets lead the Nationals 5-4. Yaz takes the first pitch at the knees. Curveball. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing, chopper off the plate. It's 0-2. It's an 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Down and in. 1-2 to Yaz. On deck would be Leone. Ozzie in the hold. The 1-2 pitch. Outside wide, 2-2. The 2-2. Down and in, ball 3, 3-2. Full count. Brings it down below the knees, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, 1 on, 1 out.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Tying run is on deck if we bat around here real quick. Tying run would be Ozzie Albies the next time around. First pitch on the way is a cutter upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Yeah, this isn't college softball, Tree Nut. The 0-2 count. The 0-2 count. Swing, chopper. Acuna's got a bat in his hand, so he might be pinch hitting for somebody here. The 0-2 down and in. 1-2. It's about time. I mean, I would have put him in. You still don't have the pitcher spot due up for a bit, so it may be next inning. The 1-2 down and in, 2-2. Unless they are planning on giving. Well, Let me take that back. Kinley is in the hole, so that would be Acuna's spot. The 2-2. Right below the knees, strike 3, caught looking, and there's 2 down. So if Ozzie gets on here, looks like Acuna's going to hit for Kinley. If not, he should hit for him in the 9th, or whoever the pitcher may be. So maybe they're not planning on running Kinley out there for another inning. So we'll see how they do that. First pitch is outside wide, cutter to Ozzie. 1-0. I would hope they would just let a position player throw the 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. A game this far out of reach, I just don't. The way our bullpen is constructed, I don't want to waste anybody on a 12-0 game. 1-1, outside wide, 2-1. That's why I would be full favor of Kinley going back out there for a second inning of work. That would put him and Bummer down for a couple of days, and that would eliminate a lot of problems. The 2-1 pitch, swing, chops a foul, 2-2. Bummer now with the 7.63 ERA. Kinley just got his under 4. The 2-2 count. Outside wide, 3-2. If he comes to bat here, you think Acuna will try to lobby to let him pitch? The payoff pitch, swing, slices it into left field. That's down for a base hit. And the runner will go from first to third. So the Yaz gets first to third, and Ozzie gets a base hit, and your Atlanta Braves will bring Ronald Acuna Jr. to the plate, I would think, although they were still showing him there, so he may not bat until next inning. See what they decide to do here. It looks like he's still in the dugout. It'll be Mateo coming to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch swinging for Jorge Mateo. It's 0-1. It's strange. Why is he loaded? I mean, he's got all his gear on like he's going to bat. There's no real strategy reason why you wouldn't have let him bat there, so I got nothing. The 0-1. Swing, slices away. It's 0-2, unless he's just trying to lobby to get in at bat, and Weiss is like, I'm not re-injuring you. The 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Heck, Kinley could have done that. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the 8th we go here in Braves country.
Six miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
and losses become wins. You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody. Put my pants on, one leg at a time. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? Guess what?
I got a fever, and the only prescription... Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
The states!
Pretty soon we're going to be communist country.
This is total BS! Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God. I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see a double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. So that is your answer, as the first pitch was swung on and popped up high in the infield. Jorge Mateo is pitching. Mateo throws a fastball in the dirt. It's 1-0. Casey the batter. So that's why Mateo was pinch hitting. Now it makes sense. I don't know if he's done it before, but I would assume he has. The 1-0. Just assume everything's an ephus. 2-0 count. Inside, well inside fastball. No challenge. Leading 12-0, 2-1. The 2-1. Outside wide. 3-1. They're ringing everything up as an ephus, but they really aren't, as the 3-1. Fastball at the knees, full count. I mean, a 73-mile-an-hour pitch is not really an ephus. The 3-2. Swing, rips it into center field, and it's down for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single for the Marlins. First Braves position player to pitch since Brujan did last year in September 7th of last year, so not really that long ago. The fastball started off, it swung on and popped up. Left field. Dubon's got it. 2 down. One on, 2 out. Mets and Nationals, by the way, are now tied at 5 in the 9th. Pitch down and away. Fastball misses. 1-0. 1-0. Swing, lifts it into center field. Azekar calling off Dubon. He'll make the catch, and that was a quick inning. Mateo, you might find yourself in the starting rotation before too long. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by 12. We go to the 9th.
Well, what can I say? I'm just the type of guy who tells it like it is. And sometimes, just between me and you, I tell it like it isn't.
People can't say, wow, she's really let herself go. If I never had it to begin with, it's a perfect crime.
Remember, spread your cheeks could be another way to say smile. Until we meet again!
Is there any bigger lie in a marriage than when you wake up your snoring husband on the couch and he looks you dead in the eye and says, I wasn't sleeping?
In there, strike 3, and he has hooked out the side.
Fernando started opening day for the Dodgers in 1981 and went on to win each of his first 8 starts, 5 via shutout, posting a 0.50 ERA to begin the season. He ultimately became the first player, and still the only, to win Rookie of the Year and Cy Young in the same season. Although others came before him, Fernando Valenzuela established himself as the first Mexican superstar in the major leagues. Starring in LA made him an icon.
He was their hero, which was great. They needed a hero, and he represented their country in the highest degree of class, dignity, and character.
Fernando made 6 All-Star teams throughout his career. He led the NL with 21 wins and 20 complete games in 1986. And on April 27th, 1990, in his final season with the Dodgers, he threw a no-hitter against the Cardinals.
Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter.
After 5 additional stops, Fernando retired in 1997. He eventually returned to the Dodgers as a Spanish-language analyst for radio and TV broadcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fernando Valenzuela.
Your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Welcome back. Right-hander Lake Bakar is coming on for the Miami Marlins. Right-hander fires the first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Austin Riley at the plate. Then Azakar and Dubon, assuming they don't pinch hit with Acuna. The 1-0 swing, fouls it back. 1-1. I would think you would give Acuna. So let him go up there and swing the bat. Kind of get a little bit of rust off of it. The 1-1 swing, pops it up. High in the sky. F6 in your scorecard. 1 away. Bakar. Bachar. I don't know who he reminds me of. Somebody else, because when he came on, I thought I knew him, and then I saw the name and I was like, that's not who I thought it was. It's driving me crazy. It's somebody we see quite often that he reminds me of. He looks like he should be playing for the Phillies with that nappy hair. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. Swung on and fouled back. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Azakar batting .385 on the year. Drop a bunt, Azakar. Let's get things going, the 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Kicks and fires. Swing, fouls it back. 1-2. Tomorrow it's Martin Perez and your Atlanta Braves. 4:10 first pitch. So make sure to set your alerts for that, because that'll sneak up on you on a Tuesday afternoon. Then it's back to 6:40 and 6:40 Wednesday and Thursday. The 1-2 check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-2. And then we return home after this short 4-game road trip to face the Nationals Friday night, and then day games Saturday and Sunday. The 2-2 swing, lifts it high into right field, making the catch for out number 2, F9 in your scorecard. 2 up, 2 down. They're going to let Dubon hit, so I guess Acuna was just lobbying. But he had his full garb on. I mean, he was ready to roll. Righty-righty, pitch down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Swing, fouls it away. 1-1 count. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for Atlanta. 12 runs, 10 hits. No errors for the Marlins. The 1-1 pitch. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, 1-2. Braves are down to their last strike. The 1-2 pitch. Swing. Fouls that back, and will do it again. For all the real ones in here, appreciate you continuing to hang out with us on a Monday night. I know this is not ideal conditions. We'll be back at it tomorrow. The 1-2 punches it down the first base line, and we'll do it again. One-two pitch. Brings it in the dirt, 2-2. You know this game would be over with by now if they would have pinch hit with Acuna, because he would have swung at the first thing. Very first pitch. He would have been sitting on dead red. He would either knocked it out of the park or we'd be shaking hands. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it into right center field. Right fielder, Owen Casey will make the catch, and the Braves lose. Wouldn't call this a tough one. When you lose by this much, you just wipe the slate clean and get ready for tomorrow. Martin Perez will be the pitcher for the Braves, and we'll be back at it then. Braves, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. Marlins, 12 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The season series is now tied up at 2, and we'll try to get a game ahead tomorrow. We'll see you then. Y'all have a great one.
Do you see what you get, loser? Loser! Loser!
Sucks! And it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked. What'll they do to us? Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
Then it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser!
So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe. And don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.